Awesome. Hello, I'm Martha Levie, and today I wanted to talk to you about time travel food. I'm sure you've had it before, even if you don't know that's what it's called. Have you ever had food that the second you took a bite of it, it took you back to some time in your childhood or when you were first married or whenever, and you remember distinctly eating this food before? That's what I call time travel food. People call it comfort food or whatever, but I like to call it time travel because it really does take you back. You travel back in time to that time when you remember having that food. You associate that food with a memory or of a person or a time or something, a fun vacation. Well, I'm going to talk about time travel food for me, and hopefully can make it a fun food for your family. So when I was little, my grandmother made orange rolls at Thanksgiving. And oh, they were so good, and I have distinct memories of spreading the mixture on the dough and rolling it up, and we always got a piece of thread and you cinched it under and cut the roll off. Anyway, it was wonderful. And my grandmother passed away, and even though my family made bread, we didn't do rolls a lot. And I got into college and I said, Mom, we need to make orange rolls again. And we made them, and it was so yummy. And then I started making them with my kids, and it was super fun, and they loved it. And then we started doing sourdough. And sourdough and rolls are kind of tricky. Maybe I'll do a video about rolls. But when we tried to take our sourdough bread dough and roll it out and make it into orange rolls, it did not taste good. There was no time traveling when I bit into those rolls because it just wasn't the same as the bad for you but delicious yeast bread rolls. So we kind of stopped making them, and my kids were sad because Thanksgiving would roll around and there would be no orange rolls. But this year we discovered the secret. What we did is, instead of making rolls, we just made orange roll bread, and it was phenomenal. So what you do is you take your dough, and instead of making normal bread or instead of making cinnamon bread, you roll it out, and we bake them in Dutch ovens. So you want to do about 5 inches wide, 18 inches long, and you just roll that out. And then you're going to make a mixture of butter, equal parts butter, and some sort of sweetener. White sugar if you're into sugar. We like to do raw honey. And so you just mix it like you're making honey butter, or you do the sugar. You mix that together, and then you take an orange. So if you're going to do half a cup of butter and half a cup of sweetener, then do a whole orange. But you just take an orange, grate it, get all that beautiful orange rind into that mixture, and then you spread it out, you roll it up, and you bake it in your Dutch oven. Then when it comes out, you can make an additional mixture to go over the top of orange juice and either honey or powdered sugar, some sort of glaze that can go over the top of your loaf. But we cut that, and we ate that in so many different ways, and it didn't have that sourness that that is too extreme, that it doesn't go with the sweetness. It just tasted wonderful. And so our favorite thing that we did with this was we made French toast with this orange roll bread, and then we used real maple syrup. So my husband put the real maple syrup over it. Then he took half an orange, and he just took his hand and he squeezed that orange, and the juice dripped over it, and then we ate it. It was really heavenly. It was just so delicious. So this is going to be our new time travel food. And although taking a bite of the orange roll sourdough bread wasn't quite the same as my grandmother's orange rolls, we've started a new time travel food because we're taking what my grandma gave us, which was the concept of orange rolls, and we're making it better by using sourdough so that we get the great digestive properties and benefits. We don't have the downside of the commercial yeast and the gluten that's unprocessed, but we get the beauty of the orange roll in the beauty of the sourdough bread. Now, one thing you can do, so this makes a great holiday bread for Thanksgiving or Christmas. For Valentine's Day, it's January now. For Valentine's Day, we're going to add raspberries. And so that it's red, and so our swirl will be red, so it'll be raspberry orange, and we'll make a little raspberry glaze for the top. We can't wait to try that, and that will be really good. So that's perfect for Valentine's Day, even maybe the 4th of July, anything that has red with it. But anyway, create a new time travel food for your family and make some orange roll sourdough bread. You will not be disappointed. Have a happy day.